Hi crafters, it's Karen, and I have a completed project, a mixed media layout that I completed for Diemond Die's design team. These are the dies that I used in my project. I used the large monarch butterfly, and I used the smaller monarch butterfly. I used the realistic rose set. And as you may know, there was a recent new release from Diemond Dies. Dee has come out with some nesting dies. So I used my banner set. What's the real name? Nesting fishtail banner set. So these are so much fun. I just love banners. This is the other new release. I didn't use this in my project, but I thought I would share it. It is called the Nesting Labels 1. So isn't that a really sweet shape? So I'm going to have to do a project using this. It's a really pretty shape. So those are the dies that I used. The paper I used, I received in our last design team kit, and it's the Enchanted Garden collection by Keizer Craft. And this just gives you an idea as to the colors in the paper and the colors of the layout. A nice, beautiful, washed out, pinky peach type color, and these beautiful greens as well. So those are the colors in more muted tones that I used. So this is my layout. And of course I used Alyssa. It's a layout of Alyssa, my granddaughter. I need to go over the photo with I have a photo cleaning kit, so I still need to do that. I have gotten a little bit of gesso in places that I didn't want it. So I'll clean that up. But this is the layout. I created the layout using some 12 by 12 cake board that I've picked up at Hobby Lobby. It's cardboard basically, and you know, I peeled to reveal the corrugation around the edges. I gave it a couple of coats of white gesso, and then for my base paper I inked the edges using these inks from Prima, and some of these were given to me by Janelle. This one's Old Rose, really nice. I love this color here. It's called Attic Dust. This is a really sweet color. And this one is Dry Sand. So these are the colors that I mostly use to do all the distressing and stamping on my layout. So after laying down the paper, I used my Bo Bunny bingo stamp. And I've been watching a lot of Kelly Foster. She does beautiful, awesome mixed media layouts, and she uses the Prima inks on the stamp, and then she sprays the stamp and stamps them down, and it gives it like a watercolor effect. It's really quite cool. So I tried that. As you could see, I'll give you a close-up of the different areas in a bit. But I just wanted to share that, you know, I did my stamping using those Prima inks that I shared with you. For the photo itself, and the you know, how I layered it over here, I used one of the new tags from the new Prima tag pad that Janelle had sent me. Thank you so much, Janelle. I love this. So I used this sheet here as what do you call it? Kind of like a photo mat. And then on top of it's hard to explain. Then I added my lace, you know, behind the tag, and you could see behind here is the edge of the layout there. But at any rate, so I laid my tag down. I had distressed it with the Prima tool and inked it and stamped it in the same way that I had told you, you know, with the Prima inks and spraying the stamp with water, and it gave it a nice watercolor effect. And then to matte Alyssa, I used this peachy colored burlap that I found at Michael's at one time. So I cut it to size and frayed the ends. You can see down here, frayed the ends, and then also added a layer of cheesecloth to give it a softer look, if you could see that there. I adhered all this with my Mod Podge. Also to treat the tag and the layout and the banners, I used this stencil by the Crafter's Workshop. It's called Mini Tile Texture, and you see the tiny squares, how it came out. I thought it was a good mimic to the little outfit that the baby is wearing, so I thought that worked real well. So that's how I matted the photo. To create the banners, if you could see, one banner is underneath the photo. She is on, the photo is on a piece of cardboard and then laid on top of the mat. But I had created this banner here and this banner here. And I did the same technique using the Prima inks, my Bow Bunny stamp, spraying it, and then stamping it on the banners. And here's some that I didn't use so you could get a better look at what I mean. Excuse me. So I didn't use these banners, but this is how I treated them all. I inked the edges and distressed them, stamped them with the Prima ink, and added a little bit of water, and then added my modeling paste with the stencil. And so that's how I treated the banners. And then I adhered them to this kind of like fun fur, this white fun fur. And I wanted one to go underneath the photo and one to come down and over the photo, you know, this way. So that's how I did the banner. I thought it came out really sweet. Over here is the realistic roses that I had cut from the paper collection, and I crinkled them up. Sprayed them with water, then stamped them with the bingo stamp in the same way that I did the banner, and then I formed them and adhered them. And I used these small tiny flowers from Spare Parts for the centers. And so that's what those are. I layered my flowers together. And then, let's see, the butterflies, I had stamped them as well. And I just layered them here. There's a smaller one up here. I added this little pearl beaded trim in the center for this one. And this one. And I love how I stamped underneath it, but also because of the light, this outside layer creates like a shadow underneath to the second layer of the butterfly. It's just really cool. So I did that. I added some lace and some more burlap underneath here. This is just some washi tape and some Prima fabric tape and some glittered ribbon from my stash here and up here. And I added that silver glittered ribbon just to add a little bit of light into the layout. I added this trim here, and I believe this is from Natalia, my Paper Passions, I believe, Zibbit shop. And this heart trim is from Lavish Laces. And I added some of the heart trim over every other banner there. Over here, this is a Sizzix die cut. It's a fence, and this is the other piece to it. And I treated it, I used my Heidi Swap Color Shine sprays in the blush and also the mint. So I sprayed them, and then first I went over them with gesso and then sprayed them and then stamped them in the same way I did the others with the bingo stamp. And then I just added a hint of glitter in different, accented it really with glitter. The whole fence was too big, so I cut it down. And then for this cluster of flowers, this is one of the spare parts. This is a Prima flower, and I had given it a spritz of the Heidi Swap Color Shine in the blush color. This is another Prima flower here. This flower and this one and these two here are from the Michaels $2 bins. This is a little bling and feather from Hobby Lobby, a little Recollections flower with a pearl or a bead in the center there. For the top of the tag, I used these really pretty fibers and tied it around and added the Rockin' Horse charm, and I created this other charm to go with it. I also used the stencil throughout the base of the layout, if you could see. Let me see if I can't give you some closer looks. Hold on. Let's see if this is working. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. It's really hard to show these 12 by 12 layouts. But let's do it this way. So this is the Prima tag here, and the banner. The photo itself is up on a piece of cardboard for dimension. This piece and the matching piece there is from Butterby Scraps. I just cut it in half and added some white acrylic paint to color them. This is a piece of the Tim Holtz Fancy Flourish, and I had worked it the same way I did the fence and the banner, and then I added glitter to it, so there's a piece of it there. And see, there's some more lace and burlap here. And then over for this cluster, you could see the stamping. I added this little, it says baby bracelet that I believe Lydia had sent me. Thank you so much, Lydia. The color was perfect for this layout. And I hope the glitter is showing up. I can't really tell, but it really brings a nice shimmer to the layout. You could see where I did my stamping, and it looks almost like a watercolor. I titled it Something Wonderful. That was part of a border, I believe, on one of the pages, and I just thought it worked. And then this is Tricky Tricky. So this is, I had laid underneath my paper, before I laid down my paper, I laid down one of these large paper doilies there. I also, you know, inked and stamped on the corrugation of the cardboard. It's got to be upside down, but but this is the other piece to the Tim Holtz Flourish, and there's glitter on there as well. And then, so sorry, I hope I'm not making you crazy. And then these are the fibers, and I just tied the little Rockin' Horse charm that Wanda had sent me. Thank you so much, Wanda. And I created this charm, and then I tied it in a knot so that, you know, they'll stay. And I adhered the back of the fibers to the layout itself, so they won't go anywhere. So I thought it came out really cute. And And I really love working with the mixed media, you know, for the layouts and stuff. It's just a lot of fun playing with the different elements and different stamping and different techniques. And I just love the way these banners came out. And I, you know, distressed them so that they would be a little bit dimensional on the page for interest. They're just a really sweet size. The banners, I used the 3 smaller sizes, but the banner has 7 sizes with it. With this nesting die, there's 7 dies. So I'm going to leave the link to Diemond dies below in the description box. And right now, the banner nesting die set, as well as the labels nesting set, they're on sale. But if you use coupon code ThanksKaren, you'll receive an extra 10% off, plus you'll receive free shipping on your order of $25 or more. So that's a really great deal. Just the free shipping alone will save you a couple dollars. So that's an awesome deal. So go check them out. And stay tuned to Diemond Die's YouTube channel because there's another release expected really soon. And I'm very excited about it. So if you have any questions regarding the layout or anything that I used or any technique that I may have done, please leave it below and I will get back to you. And I really appreciate y'all watching. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.